XRP holders, the Clarity Act could be decided today. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, moneymakers. Happy Freaky Friday. Today is Juneteenth. It's going to be very interesting to see. No stock market trading today. Will the crypto market get more love or less love? Also, precious metals continue to drop. What does that mean? And how is that correlated with the crypto market? And what does Trump think? What does JD Vance think? What's happening with the German analyst? And you'll understand soon. And what's going on with the Bitcoin miners? Is that also a problem in the crypto market that we need to touch on? Got a lot to talk about. Now, all I ask from you, I'm a simple man, is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. I don't ask much from you. Beautiful smile and a smash of that like button, and let's get into it. Please read the disclaimer. So right now, XRP is sitting at $1.12, continuing this 4-day pullback here on the crypto market after the markets in general were very happy with the announcement at the beginning of the week that the Iran US were going to get a deal. The crypto market rose on that news. And then ever since that happened, we've been pulling back. It's kind of similar to the situation that we had when the Clarity Act passed the bank committee, right? We had that run up, and then the crypto market was kind of, I don't know if I can make that noise, right? Wonk, wonk, wonk. Right? We're kind of feeling that again. It feels that the crypto market right now, it's just a little bit lacking, right? A little bit lacking any real juice, any real big institutional value. Another thing that could be, if we look at what happens on that Monday, right? So we were running up, we had Friday where people kept talking about the SpaceX IPO, and then a little bit of juice came back into the market. What happened since Tuesday is that SpaceX actually started pulling back. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, right? Where is SpaceX? SpaceX, where are you? Right? But Tuesday was the day it hit the highest at 225. And since then, Wednesday and Thursday, it has pulled back, even about 24% was the low from the high. So could we have a situation where one, people are buying the dip, selling crypto to buy the SpaceX dip, or are people just freaking out and selling everything all across the board? That is a possibility. We also talked about last night about the fears around MicroStrategy and how that could be putting some pressure on the crypto market if Sailor and Strategy have to sell again a small amount of Bitcoin in order to cover the losses on their preferred stock, right? Their preferred, I forgot the ticker symbol, STRC, I think is the ticker symbol. We talked we talked about it a lot last night. The video got a little bit less exposure. Maybe it's, the World Cup, the Knicks parade. Maybe a lot of you were having fun at the Knicks parade. I don't know. Right. What else? There was another thing. US Open on golf. So maybe you guys are watching that. I don't know. Listen, the viewership here is 90% male. So I know that 10% of you are the better species, but I know what probably the dudes are doing. Although ladies also like sports. I'm not discriminating there, but that's how it usually is. So it's interesting what's going on there. If you missed that video last night, you can go check that out right now. As always, I just want to remind you that this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. We still have the trading competition going on to all of you traders out there that are trading the market right now. either going long or short, whatever your heart desires, you can now get that 3,500 XRP. It's a very nice amount of XRP going to be handed out. So if you want to be part of the competition, link is in the description down below. It's also eligible for people that already sign up using my link. Everybody that's on BTCC under my link will be eligible for this competition. So start trading now, but please be very careful. Uh, Leverage can be amazing, but it also can be risky. Okay. Again, this is an affiliate link of mine, so I will get a commission if you use my link. And thank you for that. So if we get back to the news and what's happening with the Clarity Act, today, bipartisan crypto negotiations launch an 11th hour push to pass the Clarity Act. So right now we're in a situation where you have already, there was the July 4th, right? People were looking at July 4th, and then people were saying, well, it's not, not people, but Eleanor came out and said, hey, technically, July 4th, it's not going to happen, right? The president declared July 4th, but it's not going to happen because technically it can't happen, right? There's not enough days and there's not enough sessions, and it's not going to happen. But lawmakers are preparing a sprint of meetings next week to finalize clear details of the Clarity Act. With the August recess rapidly approaching, the Senate is applying significant pressure to get a deal across the finish line. And we have the German guy here, German XRP analyst says insiders now see the July 4th Clarity Act signing as nearly impossible, but a deal within days of it is still very much alive. So listen, it doesn't matter if the Clarity Act passes on July 4th or July 10th or July 15th or July 19th. No, the only thing that matters, nothing else matters, right? Is that it passes, right? When, where, how, doesn't matter. But what really matters is that it passes. So again, some of the sell-off that's happening right now could be a little bit of a letdown on that. Another thing that could be, and why I'm looking at what's happening with precious metals right now, is that precious metals are dropping, right? So over 1.7 trillion has been wiped out of precious metals in the last 24 hours. Gold is down 4.75% and silver is down 9%. Right now, gold is still sitting at 4,100 and silver is sitting at 63. Do you remember a few months ago, a lot of people were like, oh, gold and silver, right? You gotta this now, right? Because it was so hot, right? This is how markets go. Things usually run up. By the time people are saying, oh, it's hot, 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 right? It's already probably too late. And so we're seeing gold and silver pull back. This has some to do with the fear of the yen, I think, the situation with the yen. We talked about this also last night, that previously when the Japanese government had to come in, or the Japanese bank, their kind of Fed had to come in and buy up yen because the dollar yen was getting I don't know, would you call it weak or strong, but the yen was getting weak versus the dollar. And so previously when that happened, especially a few years back, we had the Japan carry trade sell-off. The markets didn't like that. And so this could be why we're seeing a sell-off on precious metals as well. People are front running this, and that's why also crypto could be down. President Trump is saying, hey, the markets are doing good. Stock market is doing good. And everything that's going on with the deal is doing good. Although Vice President J.D. Vance has postponed his planned trip to Switzerland for U.S.-Iranian talks, which are expected to begin on Friday. U.S. officials reported say that J.D. Vance's trip has been postponed due to Iranian claims regarding the situation in Lebanon. So will that be the thing that cancels this whole deal? It could be. The tensions right now are strong, and this could be a situation that kicks off again. So we have to be ready for that possibility that this deal gets canceled or postponed or something happens, even though the MOU got signed. I've told you this, and I'll tell you it again, and I'll tell you it a million times. I always have the monkey on my shoulder. And your monkey might be a small monkey right now, and it will grow over time and over time and over time until it's a big gorilla sitting on your shoulder that reminds you the things can change and the market can shift. And one little thing or somebody says something and the markets flip one way or the other way. And we have to be dynamic. Now, again, if you're short-term investing, you're short-term trading, or day trades, swing trades, that's one mindset. And that mindset could be, okay, I'm listening to the news, I'm watching Avi's videos, I'm watching other people's videos, I'm using AI to get all the information I need. And then I'm, day trading. And sometimes it's going to be successful, sometimes it's not. Then swing trades, a little bit more broader time frame, maybe a week, two. And then you look at more macro things that are happening and how that could affect. Oh, there's a Fed meeting, there's this, there's that, there's CP, right? A little bit more broader. Then you have a little bit more runway and you have a little more, time to play with it, right? And long term is totally different outlook, totally different thinking. People that react too fast on emotions to long term investing usually are not successful. Some are, very small percentage. So again, we have to change our mentality, and I always remember there's a monkey on our back, on our shoulder, and remember that anything can change in the short term. Long term, it's a different story. When we're talking about 5 years, 10 years down the line, okay, very very important to remember that. Right now, 20% of Bitcoin miners are unprofitable. Now, this is an interesting situation, right? Because we talked about this a lot prior to the halving, right? So we kept talking about historically why has the halving been so important? Because after the halving, we always saw crypto running. Remember, we didn't have a lot of data because we didn't have a lot of halving cycles, but historically that's what happened because the miners now 50% down, right, on their ability to mine, the prices would go up and then they would be okay. What happened this time around? We saw Bitcoin pop to a new all time high prior to the halving, which hadn't happened before. We saw interest rates at a high level, which hadn't happened before. And prices didn't, react like people thought. Bitcoin sold off. And now we're seeing a situation where these miners are unprofitable. JP Morgan says Bitcoin is traded below its estimated production cost for 5 straight months, putting major pressure on the miners. And public miners sold over 32,000 Bitcoin in quarter 1 to fund their operations. So this is also creating a selling pressure on the market. The longer we stay at these levels, the longer the miners are unprofitable, and the higher the probability they have to sell their Bitcoin in order to continue to operate. Those that are, publicly traded companies like Mara and Riot and others, they can go and sell some stock, raise money, raise capital that way. Smaller miners can't do that, right? If you're private, you can't do that. You can go to the bank, ask for a loan, that's a possibility, or you can sell some Bitcoin, right? So they have to figure out how they can continue to be profitable there or stay afloat until hopefully the prices recover. So that is also creating a little bit of selling pressure on the market right now. So again, there's some good things or some bad things right now on the markets. If we look at the price action, we look at XRP, one might say, oh, we're almost back down to that 104 level. Oh, that, close to $1 again. You have to decide, does this area look juicy to you, or do you think that the market will continue to drop? Again, this is up to you. You have to make your decision and see what's happening. You can do some short-term trading. You can do some long-term trading. Again, whatever your heart desires. But please be careful out there, okay? Because things can flip very fast, especially if you're using the higher leverage values. Leverage, again, like I said, it can be amazing, but it also can be very risky. So know the risks. Again, leverage is not for everybody, but if you're already using leverage and you're already a master at it and you want to be part of that competition, 3,500 XRP giveaway, sign up using my link. If you're on another exchange, you can hop over, sign up using my link. If you're already on BTCC, and you maybe had an account and you forgot about it, so you can jump over and also be part of the competition. Again, it's till the mid-July. And so whoever wins it will get that 3,500 XRP. The top dog, the top trader is going to win that. So if you're interested, link is in the description down below. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.